All right, here's the second video in the learning how to do multi-step equations. The first video was kind of a cheat. It wasn't really multi-step, it was single step. But I suggest you do it. Make sure you know what's going on so you have the single step equations down pat. So now when it gets a little more complicated, it's not a big deal. So general steps all the time. Memorize this. First thing you're always going to do is simplify each side of the equation as much as possible, and that's using BEDMAS or order of operations. I'll do a plug for my other videos. There's some cool ones out that I've done on those. If you're not comfortable with it, practice, practice, practice before you do this. Those videos are just using numbers. You don't have to worry about letters. The next thing you're going to do is use your addition and or subtraction to move the variables to one side and the numbers or constants to the other. And I work that I don't care whether the variables are on the left or right. Some people say, oh, it has to be on the left side. Okay, go ahead. Doesn't matter to me. Put them on the right side. It's okay. Doesn't matter to me. Either one. And then you're going to use multiplication and division to get the variable alone and positive. That's when you're done. When you have y is equal to 3, or m is equal to -7, or minus 16.2 is equal to p. Whoops, there you go. That's when you're done. And I wrote SAMDEB up here because SAMDEB is the, okay, I was going to say something cool, but I can't. It's BEDMAS backwards. But it's a reminder of the order that you do stuff. Okay, so this is for equations. It's essentially what I wrote up here, just in a single spot. Okay, if you want, you can go to Math Playground, Algebra Equations HTML. It's an awesome spot, and it allows you to use this very cool balance thing and set up equations. With two-step equations, it wasn't really good for demonstrating it. So I would suggest you go there and practice, and I'll just use this as a visual. So we've got the equations over here. We've got 2x's and 4 more boxes is equal to 2. Okay, so there's our equation. Well, if we want to get, what we're trying to get is this all by itself. The first thing we want to do is get rid of that 4. And to do that, the opposite of +4 is -4. So this disappears because it's +4. When you put it with -4, that goes to 0. So technically, you got 2x plus 0 is equal to -2. But this is just like a waste of time to write that. So really, you just go 2x is equal to -2. I'm going to cross this line out. And then if 2x's, so this is all gone, and this is gone, we're left with minus, like that. That's -2. Now, how do we divide this up among 2x's? So how much does each one get? Well, each one gets a -1, but it's easier. X is equal to -1. And there we go. It's essentially doing the one-step equation process a couple of times. All right, so we got 4x plus 1 is equal to -3. So there's my 4x's, there's my 1, and there's my -1s. First thing I gotta do is get rid of this guy. Well, to get rid of that, the opposite of +1 is I'm gonna draw another box over here, -1, because if I put a -1 here, then this disappears. So -1, -1, 4x. Now, careful, -3 minus 1 more is -4. So now we've got 4x's we've got 4 negative 1s. Well, to divide that out, it's easy. Each x is equal to a negative 1. Each x would pair. Oop, getting sloppy. It's much easier. Cool. I think so. Pretty sweet. All right, last one. So we got 5x minus 1 is 24. So again, I want to get the x's. I want to use, as I set up here in the rules, use addition and subtraction first. So to get rid of this minus 1, I'm going to add 1. And look how that makes that pretty up there. Add 1 over there. Because a negative 1 and a positive 1 go to 0. They cancel each other out. So now we've got 5x's and 25. Whoops, gotta get caught up here. Plus 1, plus 1. 5x is equal to 25. Now to divide this out, look at how pretty that is. Divide it out nice and evenly. And same thing here. X is equal to 5. Ta-da! You're now solving multi-step equations. Oh, we should do a check. So 5x minus 1 is 24. 5, now we substitute. When I substituted a number, I tend to put it in brackets, because at least in this step, if I didn't, it would look like 55 as opposed to 5 times 5. So 5 times 5 is 25, minus 1 is 24, and I'm already excited because I can see it's all golden and good. Multi-step equations, not that bad.